Hey, Bushcraft family, back again. Welcome back. This being Friday, it's Red Shirt Friday. Remember, everyone deployed. That that there has a lot of meaning today from what has been going on in the last few days. As you may or may not know, we have lost uh, soldiers over in Afghanistan. Um, and People should be very pissed off. I know I am. And it's not only just because they were killed, it's just why they were killed. And we'll try to make it through this without getting too riled up and getting in more trouble than I already am with YouTube. Um, YouTube has gotten me locked, basically. Whenever you go in to upload a video, you go to the monetization area, and it says this area is locked due to previous content. Um, I don't know if it's a new thing or what, but I found out that um, other than people who are subscribed to me, my content is not getting out there. So that's another thing that's irritating me. But like I said, I'm going to try to get through this with without getting too much trouble. Um, we all know who the blame of this is. The majority of the blame. Um, we have somebody in office that is useless. Um, he had he gave a speech about this, and it, you could tell. First of all, when he says these men sacrificed their lives, there's a big difference in that. Um, something like um, I wouldn't call it sacrifice. Um, these soldiers were taking because this shouldn't have happened. You don't evacuate the majority of your troops, and then let's get all the civilians out. The, I know there's soldiers over there um, protecting the airport and whatnot, but we should be there in force. Um, once those soldiers were killed, we should have had 20, 50,000 men, bam, right there, until we get everybody out, and then soldiers leave. It just it's really irritating when I see somebody up there on the teleprompter. It almost reminds me of me trying to say words that will not offend a YouTube or anything like that. When he's talking, he goes, "When we need to get people out." It's almost somebody needs to go up there and smack him upside the back of the head and say, "Wake up." But anyways, guys, that's one thing. One thing that pissed me off is the fact that the soldiers were taken. Then we have to listen to him um, talk about it, and then it, I could I couldn't sit there and watch the rest of it. I wanted to see what he was going to do and whatnot. And then we will not stand for this. We will not forget that speech, but you don't know when it'll happen. It should right. We should have in the neighboring bases, because I do know we have bases that are right there that we can get there in 12 hours and less in some areas. Um, but we should we should be landing there full force and just pushing pushing the crap back, and showing some force. Um, we have a powerful force of men that will stand up to protect their own. And okay, let's try to get on to other stuff. Fridays, I'm going to start trying to do um, video talk about the videos and stuff of the week that I've. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still trying to compose myself here. Uh, I'm gonna try to um, on Fridays. I'm going to go over the videos that I've done the following week. Okay, and the first one is about food shortages, my weekly report and stuff, and some of the prices, as you can see, produce. Everybody should be seeing it. Prices are going way up. Um, it's not so much we're having a lot of shortage, which there are shortages. Let me get some water here. There is shortages, but majority of everything, the price is going up, and it's something that we should be paying attention to. Um, One thing that I'm doing is in my garden. I'm taking a lot of the seeds and everything. I'm saving those seeds. I got a dryer and everything that'll just hang up and it dries your seeds and whatnot. And I want to try to put back enough seeds as possible. And also, it's a good thing this time of year, because a lot of that stuff, like seeds and everything, are going on sale because they're trying to clear it for the next year. So it's a good idea to go out and look for these things. Also, fertilizer and garden stuff. A lot of garden stuff will be going on sale. So that's a good thing to do. Okay, and let's go to the next video that I did, which was U.S. State Department got hacked, and yeah, it seemed a bit too fishy that they put out too much information on this, saying it didn't have anything to do, or it didn't impact what was going on in Afghanistan. And that there alone, why would you volunteer that information when it wasn't needed? All you had to say is there was data, um, which I did do some more digging in this, and a lot of plans and other things were taken I mean, gigabytes of information from the State Department was taken. So you have to wonder what else was taken from the State Department from this cyber attacks. And like I said, it's just too. Why would you report that? All you had to say is, um, we had gotten a cyber attack and lost some data within the last 2 to 3 weeks. That's it. But no, they had to bring out, oh, it had nothing to do with so and so that's going on in Afghanistan. It's just too fishy to me. Um, I think what happened is, um, that data, that plan, or whatever the evacuation plan that we all know has flopped like a dead fish, um, was revealed to the people in question over in Afghanistan. So they knew exactly when we were doing this and when we were doing that and where we were moving people out and whatnot. And they acted. And as you can tell, didn't turn out too well. So, that is what I think. Um, Moving on to the next video. I did my Shed Wars video, about my peppers and whatnot, and that was a good thing. So not all things are bad this week, like I said. And again, like I say to everybody, I try to put in my videos. Um, yes, there are bad things. I do report bad things, and it's not that I'm trying to uh, put fear in the hearts of people that watch my videos, but it's more to wake people up and give them information of what is going on. And like I said, don't get worked up over things that you cannot control. And that being things that you cannot control. You can control going out and getting the food, prepping, and being in control of your family and your household, basically, as much as you possibly can. Um, that being said, about the information about the next videos, so many troops coming home, which, um, when they did come home, a lot of people were changing their MOS. MOS is their jobs, basically. Um, it's what they use, the term they use. Um, People in the military know what MOS is. But it just seems extremely fishy, again, that the military is asking people change their MOS, and those in the military know how hard it can be to do so. You have to almost um, re-enlist and have that stipulation in that you want to change your MOS. But um, one of the things is men working on generators, and generators that are protected by EMPs and things like that, and mobile generation and things like that. And why are they training so many round the clock to do this? And it's not normal. So it makes you wonder what is going on, and we may never know, or we unfortunately might know if it comes home to our soil, and it very well could be. And yeah, like I said, it just it makes you wonder what is going on behind the curtains of the government that we just don't know. I know there's some things that we don't need to know because it would just create panic in the streets and things like that. But the way things are going right now, when you hear these things and you know there's something more going on behind the scenes and there's just no information given out. Um, and now the one of the last videos I did was about Generation Z, and a lot of people took it the wrong way. Um, like I said, I myself, I have kids that are in that category, Generation Z. They are not in that category basically because basically I raised them differently. Um, they know technology and everything because I know a lot about technology myself. Um, so I taught them these things and how to use it, not how to let it abuse you. And that's a big thing there, because, like I said, there this Generation Z, there are so many more suicides. Um, people don't they don't cook. Talking about this generation, and I'm not saying every kid in this generation, in Generation Z, is like this, because I know a lot of homesteaders, a lot of preppers, they raise their kids right. Um, like we'll put, for instance, the vineyard chicks. They they do gardening. They take care of their animals. They build their own chicken coops and things like that. And they cook. That is how you raise a kid. I'm sorry, but that you don't. And you have these kids that are stuck on this screen. Um, they don't want to go out. They don't want to get their driver's license. They don't want to have a car and drive somewhere. They want to call somebody, an Uber, to come get them, to drive them to school, to drive them to a store, if they even go out. Because nowadays, you beep, 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 beep on the phone, and then 20 minutes later, somebody knocks at your door and leaves your food on your front door for you. Um, they need toilet paper or something from the store. It gets sent right to your door. That's what I'm talking about. It's You don't have to be sociable anymore. If it's not on your screen, they don't care. It's They don't care about having a regular relationship. Um, when I was that age, of course, I wasn't a poster child of with my relationships and stuff like that. But still, um, when time come and I had my first kid, I straightened up real quick and became a father. Um, Put all that kid stuff behind and everything, and I became a father and tried to raise my kids the best that I knew. And it's scary to think what may come. And now things might change, because what happens if we lose our power grid for a year. Yeah, I know there'll be some places that will get power sooner than others, but the majority of the power would be down for a good bit of time. Say it was 3 months. Now losing their cell phone and having to get food themselves and things like that. Ooh, that's gonna be a struggle for the majority of that generation. They're going to have to ask for help. That means they're going to have to talk to people. It'll be really hard on them, but that might be something that would wake them up. Um, like I said, I didn't mean every kid or every person in that generation is that way, but in this country we go by the majority, and unfortunately the majority is that way. Highest suicide rate in history. Um, yeah, 63% suicide rate in the last 7 to 10 years. I mean, that's a lot. But and it doesn't seem like um, it's being addressed as much as it is. And like I said, I sit there and listen to this guy's podcast, and then read some of his book and stuff online, and it's like, wow, there, because he puts the data and everything in the book and stuff, and it's just amazing. And you don't see this. You don't see this in the news. You don't see this in reports that you get back from your schools or stuff like that. And it's just, it's heartbreaking to be. I mean, from you go from the '80s to now, and of course we didn't have that technology back then, but there, I guess with technology you have this disability, it would be. But I encourage, which I don't have to say, the majority of people that watch this, watch watch that video and stuff like that, they already know. They raise their kids right, and things like that. It's just, yeah, it's heartbreaking, and hopefully we get this turned around and stuff. Who knows what will happen in the next 5 to 10 years? Um, where do you think we will be in the next 5 to 10 years? Do you think we'll be over this COVID thing? I know I said it. Half the time, if I say it, I get in trouble. Half the time, I don't say it, and I still get in trouble. So I'm going to say it anyway, which really irritates me now, because they're saying the numbers are worse than they were last summer at this time, worse than last year. But they say there's 60 some percent that are that have gotten the Jabberwocky. So, why is it worse if everybody's got, the majority of the of people have this? Why is it worse than it was last year? Hmm. I'm not a scientist, but you're something wrong with the data, something right there somewhere. But guys, again, sorry that I was so, I'm plain out and put it, I'm really pissed off about what's going on and things. Like I said, trying to get this out without getting in trouble more than I already am. Um, you know that I probably should be making videos for Rumble, but this is a major platform, and this is how I get an extra income. I am on Social Security, so when they start messing with this income that I'm actually receiving for doing this, I know it's not it. This is not the majority reason that I do this, putting these videos out and stuff like that, but it does help the income that I would receive with this. And now that they have frozen me to where I'm still getting views, and it's basically my subscribers that are watching, and I'm getting hardly very little views from YouTube other than my subscribers. So it's 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 hurting right now. But I'll leave you with this. God bless, guys. Have a good one.